Miles and Nicole, just had a thought. You know, this is just how I visualized it. I mean, you know, being here in the hospital, pacing up and down in the hallway, waiting for the nurse to come out and tell me I'm a father.
Well, it usually happens that way, Draper.
Yeah, but we didn't know it was going to happen so soon. Miles, it's the 7th month.
Well, it's not all that unusual, Draper, especially in a first delivery. Just stop worrying so much, will you?
Besides, you know, we have absolutely no guarantee that she's going to have the baby now. This could be a false alarm.
Yeah. If it is a false alarm, I'll know the reason. It's my fault. I should never have allowed her to go to that courtroom.
Draper, you couldn't have kept her away.
Yeah. You know, there's part of this that I didn't visualize when I imagined the whole story.
What's that?
Well, I didn't imagine that while waiting for word of my daughter, I'd also be waiting for the verdict from a jury.
Doctor, how is she? She's gonna be all right. She's not gonna die, right?
Oh, of course not, April. Don't even say such a thing.
She can't die. Draper needs us. He needs both of us.
You know, the two of you don't have to wait around like this. I mean, this whole thing is probably going to take hours. You must have things to do. Miles, I'm sure you have patients to see.
Yes, I do. Some of them are right here in the hospital, so you see I'm on home territory.
Get the message.
Speaking of home, I think there's something you haven't heard about yet.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Miles is going to be coming home.
Hey, it's terrific.
I guess it is the best way to get my head together, as long as Nicole is willing to take the risk.
Yeah, you know, I was really surprised when I heard that Nola Madison put amphetamines in your water cooler. That woman ought to be in jail.
Well, that's what Chief Mallory thinks.
Oh, no.
But Miles doesn't want to risk it.
Just bound to be too messy, more trouble than it's worth. Besides, it's going to be bad for my practice. I mean, there are bound to be people who believe I took the stuff on purpose, that I'm some kind of a speed freak.
Yeah, well, when we're all alone together, maybe you can tell me all about it.
I'll give you a chapter and verse as soon as things settle down here.
Yeah, well, depending on what happens, maybe you'll be writing it to me.
Oh, Draper, please, no more negative thinking.
I just gotta find out what's happening in that delivery room. I don't care about the jury room anymore. I have to know if my baby is going to have a father when she gets here.
Nicole,
Mike.
Good morning.
Mike.
Draper, any word?
I mean, she was in the labor room all night, Mike. I mean, they just took her into the delivery room.
Is the baby on the way?
Well, the contractions are very frequent, but they might subside again like they did the last time.
Michael, what are you doing here? Do you have some sort of news?
I just got a phone call. The jury has reached a verdict.
All right.
That means we have to get back to the courthouse right away.
Mike, I can't look at me. I've been here all night. I've got to go home and shave and shower.
Look, we'll stay here, all right, Draper?
You just hurry, okay?
Okay, if you stay with her, I appreciate it. I shouldn't be too long. Look, if you do see April, don't tell her about this. This isn't a time for her to worry about me.
Draper.
Thanks.
Look, when you say her condition is satisfactory, does that mean that she has had the baby or not? Oh, well, thank you, but no, okay, that's all I want to know, that she hasn't had the baby. Thank you. You know, I don't know why I even bother calling hospitals. You can never learn anything.
Well, at least we know the baby hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah. Don't know anything from that. God, this is just awful, you know? April is going through that terrible thing at the same time that the jury... I don't even want to think about it. It just makes
Yeah,
me
well,
sick.
at least it isn't first-degree murder anymore. Second, for that matter. What does the new penal code call it? Class A1 felony?
Class A1, oh my God, that sounds like my draft notice.
Yeah, I mean, instead of going to boot camp, you go to jail.
You know, that isn't very funny.
Why not? Look, you started it.
So,
Deborah, you've investigated Margo Dorn's murder because it was your job now, just because the evidence came in against Draper. It's not your fault, my fault, his fault. It's nobody's fault.
yes, it was our fault that we didn't come up with other evidence, Steve.
Assuming that there was other evidence to find.
There's got to be other
Oh, come on,
evidence.
wait a minute. Look, let's not holler before we're hurt, for Pete's sakes. Maybe we'll get a not guilty verdict. Mike Carr gave a hell of a closing speech yesterday.
Now,
Yeah, he did. Excuse me. Saxon.
Deborah, it's Owen.
Oh, hi.
Hi yourself. I just thought I'd call and let you know that I'm all packed. My reservation's confirmed, and you won't have Owen Madison to kick around anymore.
Oh, Owen, don't say that. Not even as a joke.
Well, I just thought I'd introduce a little note of pathos into my voice there, so I could convince you to come and see me one last time before I head off to Hollywood and whatever happens to the rest of my life.
Yes, of course. I would like to come see you, except I just don't know when.
I won't be leaving for a couple of days.
Well, I think right now would be the best time. You see, after this, I don't know where I'm going to be. I could be anywhere in town.
All right, well, if you can make it right now, that's good. How's my hotel? Is that okay?
Fine.
And I promise, I'll only ask you one question.
Calvin, are you absolutely sure you don't mind covering for me?
Oh, are you kidding? As many times as you've done it for me, the least I can do is return the favor. And, anyway, I know how important it is for you to go and see Owen before he takes off.
He'll probably just ask you to go out there with him again, the way he did the last time.
Oh, I doubt that. I mean, considering the answer I gave him the last time.
Oh, I don't know. He's a pretty persuasive kind of guy. Here he's got this great big movie deal all lined up. You know, maybe he's gonna take Red out there with him and make a movie star.
Look, I promise I won't be gone very long, okay?
Oh, it's okay with me.
What about you?
Doesn't matter to me. I mean, you've got every right to say goodbye to an old friend.
You don't look very happy.
Hey, of course I'm happy. He's leaving, isn't he? What do you want me to do? Buy him a gift and send it to the airport?
Well, maybe you could come with me.
No, I'm sure Owen wants to say goodbye to you all by yourself. Besides, I've got lineups to write, reports to look at, and a very important racquetball game with Kenny Birdsong.
You sure you don't mind?
Why should I mind?
Why don't you mind?
Well, okay then, I mind.
Well, you still want me to go?
Look, you want to go? You want to go? Go.
Yeah, I think I should go. I think I should, that's all.
Well, then go.
You want me to go? You're glad I'm going?
Look, I'm not glad you go. For Pete's sakes, would you go?
Well, I am not going to go until you kiss me.
Hey, come on, you two. Are you kidding? You know how that she feels about stuff like that.
What he doesn't know won't hurt him.
It's still unconfirmed, but the report that the verdict in the Scott case is imminent has attracted a sizable crowd in and around the courthouse. Draper Scott, one of Monticello's most promising young attorneys, took the witness stand yesterday morning in his own behalf. As promised by his counsel, his associate and friend, Michael Carr, Scott was the only witness called by the defense, relying on the sincerity and conviction of his testimony to convince the jury of 4 men and 8 women that he was not responsible for the bludgeoning death of his mother-in-law, Margo Huntington Dorn. Whether or not that jury was impressed by his statement and by Michael Carr's own impassioned summation, in which he freely admitted that the defense had no counter-explanation for the mysterious death of Margo Dorn.
One should think you'd be terribly interested in the outcome of that trial.
But there isn't any outcome yet, is there? The jury hasn't returned.
There's a rumor that the jury has returned. That's why I was listening.
Well, we will know soon enough. Frankly, I think it'd be a terrible miscarriage of justice if that young man were to be set free. Not that I would be surprised.
Why wouldn't you be? Considering all that evidence against him?
I'm a bit cynical about those people, Nola. I mean, they were lawyers, aren't they? Even the judge was a lawyer once. Why would they send one of their own kind to prison?
You forget, darling, it's the jury who will do that.
I know that, but even if they find him guilty, the judge will hand down a very light sentence. You just wait and see.
No, I think you're wrong. There's such a thing as mandatory sentences.
Well, it's not mandatory for me to think about this trial all the time. It's not good for me either. I think I'll go and find a nice book and curl up. Not a mystery.
We repeat, there's still no word on the jury verdict in the Draper Scott case.
Yes?
Raven, it's Elliot.
Oh, Elliot, hello. What do you want?
Hey, look around and see if you can find a better tone of voice.
I'm sorry, darling. It's just that I don't have time for a chat. I have to go shopping.
I've got to see you, Raven. It's important.
Yes, I'm sure it's very important. Actually, there are very few important things in my life, but shopping happens to be one of them.
Well, this happens to be more important than shopping. I have a vital decision to make.
Elliot, McGrath has a sale once a year. This is the last day.
I could understand your hesitancy, Raven, if you told me you had to go to the courthouse. I'm sure you've heard the rumor that the jury has returned.
No, I hadn't heard. What's the verdict?
Hasn't been announced yet. I'm sure you'd be interested, seeing you told me that you were once engaged to Draper Scott.
We all make mistakes. Fortunately, mine was corrected by me in plenty of time.
Really? You mean you were the one who broke off the engagement?
Yes, I was. I felt that Draper was a very immature boy, and he certainly proved it with his little temper tantrum. I mean, it got him in a lot of trouble.
I doubt that the child could have wielded a poker as well as he did.
Really? But I can't imagine the court will find him guilty. They'll send him to prison for years.
Well, I don't care about that. I'm worried about the years ahead of me. Raven, I may have to leave Monticello.
How dreary. The second I get back into town, all the good-looking men are leaving. If you leave and Draper goes to prison...
Listen to me, Raven. I may have to go to California.
Oh, yes, to be a movie star. Wait a minute. It's not for your career, is it? It's Nola Madison. Does she want you to go there with her?
Yes, she decided to close up the house here and move out there permanently.
Well, then I guess you'll have to go. You are engaged to her. She does wear the pants in the relationship, the pants with all the money in the pockets.
Listen, Raven. I don't feel like going anymore.
Well, why not? If you want to be a movie star, Elliot, you have to go to Hollywood. That's where it's at, baby.
I have no illusions about my movie career. I told you that. If the reviews are good, maybe something will come of it, but otherwise...
Otherwise, there's the lovely Nola Madison.
Raven, you've got to listen to me. I have to see you. We have to talk about this.
Elliot, what do you want from me? You want my advice?
Yeah, maybe advice is what I want. Oh, why don't you understand? Everything was so clear to me before you decided to come back here. I thought I knew exactly what I wanted.
Yes, Nola Patterson Madison.
But now that you're back... Ah, damn you, Raven. Why did you have to come back?
Oh, because I felt like it.
Yeah. You just do because you feel like it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But I also know you have reasons for everything you do. Now, come on, out with it. Why did you come back here? What was the reason you were hiding out? What did you do all those weeks before we met on the street?
Elliot, it's none of your business. Now I do have to go.
Raven, don't you even care what I'm saying? I'm leaving. You may never see me again.
But of course I will, on the silver screen.
I've got to see you, Raven. Tonight.
All right, look. I can't see you tonight. Tomorrow. The old coach house. 6:30?
Yeah. All right. I'll be there.
Okay.
rise. Criminal Court of the County of Monticello is now in session. The Honorable Martin Oliveri presiding. Be seated.
The defendant will rise. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict in this case?
We have, Your Honor.
The foreman will read the verdict to the court.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Draper Scott, guilty as charged.
Well, that's the question, Deborah. Pure and simple. Should I just go off to Hollywood and forget about you?
No woman likes to be forgotten, Owen.
It'd be a lot easier on me if I could. I don't think I could anyway, even if you did ask me. Any more than I could forget the other things that changed my life.
Yes, well, I'm sure you're not going to be able to forget Nola even if you tried.
No, I won't forget her. Even if I did, I'm sure she'd remind me. You know that she's leaving too.
What? No, I hadn't heard.
Well, so she informs me. So I guess we'll both be saying goodbye to Monticello. I've closed up the house and putting it on the market. It's all rather final and sad, isn't it?
Well, I'm sure I don't blame her for leaving. In fact, I know why she is.
Oh, because of the masquerade party.
Oh, I don't think you know how far that little party went, do you? See, I've learned certain things.
Such as?
I don't think I want to turn you against Nola any more than you already are, no.
Oh, please. Go on.
Well, you remember I was suspecting that she was putting drugs into my food?
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Well, I found out that she was. And I found out where she got them, too.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. She was using barbiturates in my food to try to make a wreck out of me. Did a good job. And she was also using amphetamines to keep somebody else from exposing her.
Who?
My doctor, Miles Cavanaugh.
Miles Cavanaugh? Oh, my God. It's just too much. I mean, she's just gone absolutely crazy. How in God's name is this going to be kept quiet?
Well, there are no plans to make it public, Owen. You don't have to worry about that. Neither Miles nor I want to press charges. The publicity would be terrible.
The word is ruinous. Oh, boy. You know, it's funny, just before you came here, I was looking through this box of old photographs and memorabilia, thinking about the past, about Nola, thinking I'd like to just put all these memories behind me. Well, I suppose the best way to do that is just to chuck it all in the wastebasket, huh? What do you think?
Wait a minute.
What?
What is this?
Oh, that's one of Nola's photos, actually. She took it herself.
Oh, boy. I wish I had seen this earlier. You know, if I'd known that Nola was dressing up as Martha Corey, I could have stopped
No,
this whole
wait a
thing.
minute, no. I'm wrong. No, that's not Nola at all. No, it's that woman.
What woman?
That newspaper woman. Yes, I remember when Nola brought these photographs home. Actually, I kept this one as a copy for myself. You see, what she liked to do was to find a living model that she could use for her makeup. And that way she just got better results, I guess.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that this is not Nola? Are you sure?
Positive.
Miles.
happened?
What's the verdict? Not good.
What about April? Any news?
Yeah, there is news. It's good news, Draper, thank God. You have a little baby girl.
Seems as though a harmony is hard to find, always on our mind, and frustrated days pass without sight, the edge of night, half dark, half light, as we watch our hearts trying to hold the tenderness that we once had.